We're here. We're back for another table. It has been... There we go. Transition correctly. We're back for another table. Have I done this for a long time? No, I'm doing it for a short time because actually I've got another audio source that's currently playing things that it shouldn't be playing. How's everyone doing? Games Guru, thank you for stepping on in. Leon, hello.
Hello. Hello.
How's it going?
I'm trying to sort out my camera a minute. All good. All good. You all right?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. I'd seen the little key blast. Thought quite cute.
The key blast? Oh, my little thing. I'm
Little
trying to get it to focus. It's having none of my biz. Maybe maybe my tea will do it.
It's not gonna do it.
Come on now. Come on now, Cam. Come on, baby. Be gentle with me.
No. Ooh.
It'll click. It'll click.
It doesn't matter. Let's just put something more beautiful in front of it. I'll pop over now in a second. We'll get that all sorted. Welcome to Creators Doughnut Table. Tail, our new marketing app. Now, most of you would know what it is we've been raving on about since... When was CCM? March. We initially did a public showing of Tail with a cute set of banners while we were doing the production side of CCM while we were at Tramshed. We officially came to format, a couple of days before format. In fact, I should know this because it landed on my birthday. Like everything else seems to ruin my birthday. The 20th of October was when we went live via social to tell the world, Tail's here. Tail will be coming shortly. And all the hard work behind the scenes to the people that you guys haven't seen as of yet, and I'm trying to get them on stream in the months to come. Harley, who you've all met, and Stu, who might be a bit more camera shy. Maybe some audio cues from Stu. I can't hear you. You're muted.
You weren't talking?
Oh, I see your lips. I thought you were going to interject. But we'll get the team in later on. Harley will be coming on probably first before any of the back-end devs want to show face. But you'll all see that coming up on X. More importantly, we're here. The main man and me.
Me? Who's me? Who's I?
It's Leon. It's Mr. Slippers 817.
It's me. It's I. Do you know, this camera's driving me insane.
I was gonna say, do you want to refresh it?
I'm gonna try it.
People don't sort of turn up to the stream until like an hour in, so
I can't take it. I've hit the refresh button.
Ooh.
Oh, that's better.
Ooh. Oh.
Hang on.
I don't know why it's auto-focusing you for.
If I just don't move for the next hour, it might be alright. It's when I drink my tea now and it all goes off again. I'm sad again.
But I feel like I've got a light directly above my head because I can't get like any other decent lighting. But I feel like my lids are even more imposed of being more liddy. I just can't. I wish I had eyes, guys. I really wish I had eyes. But anyway.
I think it's like to have eyes.
Having some with
right
eyes.
In the lid now. I'm looking at you right in the lid.
That's what I've got. I've nothing but lid. I almost wish I had lid surgery. I've just got nothing but... we shouldn't be talking about this. This is nothing that I want to sort of cover because I am very insecure about my lids for a man who's not insecure about an awful lot of things in life. But my lids are one of them. More importantly, Tail. This has been a very long idea in the works. When we did our first iteration of StreamSeed, which was our 3 core pillars working from our website, which was... Can you remember the 3 key pillars?
Partnerships, networking, and marketing.
I really thought you'd dropped at least one of those and let me come in there and steal the third. But like most things, Leon, you steal the fun away right from me. But that was the core concept of what we were driving when the website was live. We had a really large team covering a lot of the website stuff. Yeah, I think we had at least 5 or maybe 6 background people helping with the website, putting all of our lessons together. I did a lot of the audio stuff for those of you who took into that. And we did have, I would like to believe, considering of the efforts that we put into it with the minimal exposure when the website did go up, we had a lot of financial interest. We did get subscriptions for that service, which I think made the better move for what we did when we dropped the first iteration and moved towards making an app. So before we start talking about the app, when did you believe that our 3 core pillars for the first iteration of StreamSeed wasn't going in the direction that we needed it to in order to get what we wanted out of the industry?
It was probably when people started paying for the service. Because people were paying for the service, which meant they needed something, which was great. But when they were turning up to the sessions we were doing, they were then saying, well, we can't quite utilize what you're giving us effectively because we just don't have the time to do it. Which to me then was like, well, we got to go from teaching you to tool, and we've got to get something that does it for you because you don't have the time to do it yourself. And it was at that moment, so people were paying, but they just couldn't utilize it effectively. So we had to be better.
And
Just had
we did initially put out a lot of content. It was the bop drops, and I honestly find this quite weird that the bop drops, when they first came into play, I got tons of emails, which I didn't know we were doing bop drops that included into our emails, as well as then previous announcements that we had through our old Discord, which we'd closed, but a couple of us are kept in tabs. I think we must have had over 30 or 40 odd bop drops with real meat behind some of these brands that wanted to work with us, which was, for us, quite outstanding, being a nobody, you know?
yeah. Do you know, I forgot that we called it a bop. It's a bop drop. It's just that was
It
great.
was
I
cool.
love that.
But what was it?
I
It was
forgot about it.
brand opportunity
It was the brand opportunity platform.
platform. Yeah, that was the word.
We were doing the risk versus reward, weren't we? So we were taking the brand opportunities and then doing them against the risk and reward and saying, well, where does it rank? And then if it was a good, like a high reward but a low risk, we saw that as being a good creator opportunity. And then obviously vice versa, if it was a high risk but a low reward, it was like, well, you might want to avoid this. So I thought that was really cool. I'd love to bring that back in some way, shape, or form in the future because I thought that was really useful. So yeah, I'd love to see that again.
But more importantly, that sort of comes out to you guys. When, as creators, let's be fair, we don't have a lot of time to do all of the things we would love to do in a day. 24 hours, and especially in the winter when we get darker months, a lot of people don't want to be active as much as they would like to with outside commitments. Matt, you're not late. You're perfectly timed. You missed the shenanigans at the beginning. Now the meat of the content is here to stay, and the meat is me. Eesh! Now I'd have ripped top if that was the case, but I got to keep it under PG-12. But yeah, so for you guys, chat, we released bop drops, and as Leon said, risk versus reward on particular brands that we had a bit of a handshake with. We did our own summary, our own investigations on what it is they would provide for you as a creator, to what you would need to give to them as a proposed partner. And we did get a fair bit of views through the website. It was really gaining a fair bit of traction, but ultimately it was time. Time was killing us. No matter what we put out there, people couldn't put the time in. So what would you guys like to see ultimately? Us, if we could break a particular barrier, if we could create a link road into particular industries or leaders in industries, what would that be? Because people will say, for instance, as an example for Twitch, discoverability is a horrible thing. You're on low viewership, you're at the bottom of a pile of a particular genre that you're currently streaming in. What's one thing that we could do to streamline that effort? You help us, we help you. We'll have the resources to contact some of these individuals shortly. When the app comes up and has legs, it's only going to go bigger from there. But you guys let us know. But Bops was incredible, and we did way, I think, too much, too fast. But when you think of what we had done with, and I will butcher remembering this, we used to do, it wasn't CEO Diaries. We did event streams where we talked to people like Simran from Format. We spoke to Amir from Player Ammo. Our first ever physical partnership came from Player Ammo, if you remember the
shaker.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a while ago. What was it?
It
Was it was brand events, wasn't it? So we used to do brand events, and what did we have on? So we had Simran from Format. We did the Player Ammo one. We did
Lobby.
I know we did Lobby. We did a charity one. I can't remember who it was.
A Welsh charity. I'm sure it was a Welsh charity, wasn't it?
Might have been a Welsh charity, but we did a couple of brand events like that. Because the idea was to have like a stream, wasn't it? Like an hour and a half stream, and get people watching the stream to learn about the brand. And then we had the after parties, and then we had the Gather Worlds, and when Gather was a thing. And we had people coming there, which was sick as well. That was really good. Like proper, like old school networking. Do you mean like learn a bit and then come chat to the guys behind the scenes? Like that was really good.
Definitely.
It's got me thinking this, Avril, right? I'm looking at some of the core features of Tail. I know we'll get onto some of this in a bit. But we've got the party up with others feature, which allows people to work on brand campaigns. Mm-hmm. So there's going to be some of that brand crossover and some of that conversation happening. to get opportunities onto Tail for people to sign up to. So I don't think bops have truly died. Let's put it that way. I just think maybe they've got a new form.
A new form, sleeker. I think every time we talk about wanting to bring something to an app, we've got to understand that even though that we have a mountain of information and really cool depictions of all of these forms and graphs that we want to throw towards this app, it's got to be streamlined. We have to cut the fat. The problem is we love the fat because we that's always been our biggest problem. We have so much to share. Games Guru, I'm great. In fact, this is my my second stream back hosting in this seat, which has been quite weird. And I think that has this been the second time you've been on this year? Yeah.
Yes. So I did the first one, which was like painting a picture of 2026. And now we're talking Tails specifically, so it'll be a bit more focused today, which would be nice.
So again, if you guys have any questions with regards, I went on a bit of a rap there. If you have any questions in regards to the app, its development, features, or things that you would like to provide with regards to feedback, let us know. Leon's pen is itching to scribble on some paper, and no feedback will go unseen. So please, if you have something to say, let us know. I will drop a link to the website where I get Leon on a bit of a tangent with regards to Tails. So we talked about the first iteration of StreamSeed, where it is that we believed we went wrong, and then celebrated the successes of what it is that went right, how we then crossed over those individual things to bring this app to life, and then bringing together core people. So the initial crew really has now been from Tail ourselves and Harley. And again, Harley, if you guys were from the original series of StreamSeed, used to host these shows exclusively, and she did for some time back when there was 5 seats on the donut table, which as a participant was wild. But with the additions we've now brought on board, how do you believe Tails' progress currently stands? And with your initial assessment of how this app will be built throughout this year, are we on track?
Well, let me break that down. Split that in two halves for me. So we got on track.
How do you believe?
Before that, how did the team grow?
How has the team grown? And I say shedding positive light. How do you believe the team is looking now? And then the progress of the app being developed. Do you believe that we're on time for the app being released? Because I think we've already mentioned it in tweets. It's going to be the latter end of this year that you guys will see an alpha for the app. But yeah, what are your thoughts on everything so far?
Well, the team's grown massively. When you think back to like you say, Harley, me, you, and a couple of the guys who were involved in the beginning, like we were quite high level then. We were involved, but we were quite high level. Whereas the key difference now, I think, is just the depth of knowledge that everybody has, and how like together that knowledge has just become almost market leading. Like we've said it a couple of times. There's nobody really in this space doing what we're doing and trying to take apart what we're trying to take apart. We're not just trying to look for like a get rich quick sort of scheme for social media. We're looking at like effective marketing campaigns, which exist all over the world in all sorts of industries, just not this one. Unless you're a marketing agency or you're a mentor scheme, but then you tend to be quite expensive and out of creators' reach. So I think our depth of knowledge is massive. And when you look back at, when you look at the logic that's gone into Tail and Tail's laws, as they've been dubbed, like that logic is wild, and that's only come from like years of learning, like both the alpha and then just taking ourselves up a gear, and then bringing in people like Craig and Stu who have the infrastructure mind and the coding mind, have changed how we build like fundamentally. We went from website based to app based and proper logics and code. So I think I think this experience in the team has tripled from where we were probably 2 years ago.
And then the app itself, how do you believe the app is progressing? And do you believe we're on for a sweet time to end this year with something physical for people to try?
So I'm pushing to get us a closed beta this year. I want a closed beta this year. And we were talking about how we bring the closed beta to the table in the dev call the other day. And we're looking at bringing maybe one to 3 social media platforms. So we started with X, but we're looking at Instagram and TikTok as well, and bringing those 3 into the closed beta, and a handful of campaigns to come along with it. And like I said, that closed beta then will go from a focus group participants up to a larger pool. What that pool is yet, I don't know, but I think we're on course to a closed beta this year, for sure.
Well, you heard it there first, out of the CEO horse's mouth. Should I have said horses in that? You get what I mean.
I'll grow a long face.
That's fine. Why the long face, bro? Is your tea not hot?
It's not
But
up to
yes,
taste.
it's not up to taste. Well, at least your camera's still in focus. I'm gonna jinx that. I can't wait for this to. Ooh, ooh. No, it's still good. But yes, tail. I I wanted to say at the start of it all, I didn't believe that we could look to build an app. I think that when we sat down in those coffee shops and the idea was we could build an app. And it almost seems like outrageous, like someone going, just play the lottery and win £1 million. It's so easy. And then having when Leon, I suppose the idea of the app being real was Leon having the right connections with certain individuals. And when he had said, and again, this came from out of left field chat, no one sort of knew what was happening. There's I want to say maybe 7 of us in a Black Sheep coffee in Cardiff, and Leon goes, I found a guy to build the app. And we're all like, that's going to cost you so much money. And he goes, I've got it sorted. And we were all blown away. So, as you guys have already seen, you've seen small examples, templates even I should say, on X of what the app would look like. Lovely deep purples and whites and lovely green accents that's going to sort of make this streamlined app. Nothing bloated. It's going to be simple pressings. I want to say almost foolproof, because I don't like to use my phone unless I know that everything that I'm using on that phone is simple. So our design, are we allowed to say what we would like to mimic the design to be? Are we?
I think we can say what you. Yeah, I guess so. It doesn't hurt to say what we're not modeling it off, but our inspirations.
So the inspiration for me, if I can imagine a lot of you guys have used this app. So if you want to drive something that's showing you what it is that it intends to do without the fluff and filler of being too bloated, something like Duolingo. You guys have seen Duolingo. Very sweet and simple, minimum button presses. It takes you exactly to the content that you need to have happen on your screen, to what it is that you need to navigate, and there's nothing outside of that that's to bloat the app. That's the kind of thing that we need to create. You know, a lot of the apps will have adverts on both sides. You click a random button elsewhere, you go into a different web page. Nothing, everything will be sourced internally into Tail. We want to make sure that you guys understand that everything can be done from one source. We just want to save you the one thing that we know people don't have, and that's time. So, following along with covering this industry, we have both been in this industry in various ways. I think I've been in this industry now for, God, I think some people are going to make fun of me here, for about 15 years, both as a creator, a viewer, a lover of third-party companies that have dealt with geek publication websites, as well as just doing various medias for certain outlets. I've loved this industry. Now, I never knew the marketing was a problem until I met this man to my left. And I've almost hated him for it, but he's made me a better person in doing so. But how important, and I need you to stress how important this is marketing in this very industry.
Super important. In short, super important. Because when we've done the math originally, there was 207 million content creators worldwide in 2024, I think. Yeah, 2024. And when you think of 207 million, it doesn't sound like a lot when you think of it, but that is a lot of people creating content online. It's across all sorts of platforms, but 207 million. So marketing, the whole point of marketing is to differentiate yourself and bring people to you. And I think with a sea of 207 million people in 2024, and that's projected to grow even further, you've got to be different. You've got to find what makes you you, and you've got to get out in the world. And the only way you do that really is through a solid marketing plan.
Perfect. I couldn't have made that more brief if you tried. I know I'd have just gone, yeah, it's important. You want to make sure that your name as well. And I will say, harboring on the sake of having a good name, I want to put a small congratulations out there to When Is Matt, because when he came onto COTDT a month ago, no, 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, I had given him a ultimatum on deciding his username. Because I don't trust someone with more than one username online. I believe you're hiding something, and you're not a nice person. But he decided, and with reverence, we're all going to give him a little bit of a round of applause. He's decided to stick to a username, and hopefully the app was going to help Matt grow far beyond his normal achievements, which, for the record, he has said being on COTDT was better than meeting the king. So that for me is where I need to be.
I'm going to write that down.
Right. I think we're going to get matching tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have the little seedling, and it's going to be on like the under bicep, and it's going to be better than the king. And then, when Matt gets huge famous, as he's a King's Trust ambassador to like the nth degree, we're going to clip the king that. And then, let's see where Matt goes. But yeah.
On the other arm, then, just get Matt Slay and Calvin Harris at Glastonbury. And
But I want a QR code, and it'll be 2 pieces of film that I'll put together. The clip of me saying it, and then a short fist fight of hopefully Matt winning.
3 fists and a dream. It's done.
I believe he will. I can't imagine Betfred are going to put weird odds onto that, but I can imagine that he will win. And again, it's more than faith than the money, but I will make a bit of money on the side because I did make that prediction happen. Call me Mystic Mac. But we've talked about the importance of marketing in this industry. Now, as we said, we wanted to make sure that this app was streamlined so that anyone, regardless of your experience in this industry with regards to marketing, you using it as a tool, or the avenues that you've already taken to acquire a better stance in this industry, it's an inexpensive option to what is currently out there. Now, I can imagine that some of you in chat will probably put forward some prices of, let's say, well-known creators who will offer you an hour of their time for a piece of advice, and I can imagine it's a lot. My example would be, there was a League of Legends streamer, I think his name was Nice or Nice. Anyway, he was doing a lot of marketing based on not only getting better as a League streamer, but also being a better player. And he was charging £285 an hour of his time. And the hour would be you playing a game as normal, and that would be it. League games typically take an hour. And then he'd ask you to spend another hours of your money, another £200 to review where your mistakes were. It was all a scam. Guy got found out. He refunded a load of people. But ultimately, a lot of streamers do this. When you see someone with success and you see them with numbers, you can't help but gravitate toward them because that's where the success is. They've reached that point. They must know the secret. Now, I will always say this industry is largely on luck. You could have a viral clip that goes crazy, and if you capitalize well on that, again, effective marketing, remaining consistent, you can follow that trend until the day you die. Look at that. What's that one? That British meme that I'm in my mum's car. You've seen that. I'm in my mum's car, broom, broom. She did a small story online about how the meme, well, effectively just destroyed her chances of ever wanting to find something real in life. But if she kept going with those memes, she could have
capitalized.
She could have been there. She could have bloody
Speaking
been
of
there.
that, have you seen the Dr. Pepper thing recently?
Oh, was it the
With
chick
the woman who sang the song?
Dr. Pepper? Yeah.
Yeah. And then they put it onto an advert and everything. You just think that's one viral video.
But you think now, brands now, popular brands, are commenting randomly in other people's posts. Yes. I think the trend that started that was someone will be on a flight and they'd say, I'm about to travel 8 hours on a long-haul flight. Convince me that X brand has commented. And then people would be like, Specsavers, don't check the comments. And it's like, Specsavers are coming out now. So the way the way that these companies are now utilizing the internet for their image has shifted dramatically. It's no longer a picture of someone professionally in a suit, use our services. It's memes. It's finding people to laugh with and being relatable in a space, which, as Leon said, is huge. So find your mark. You've got to find your mark.
Like, was another one. Like, Ryanair does this quite a lot, don't they? Where they comment on random people's stuff. Yes. They get lipped for, like, different things online, and then the guy is savage on their social media. Like, but people love it. It's so rogue. Like, years ago, you wouldn't think of a top tier brand just like riffing off on someone in their tweets. Do you mean it's nuts? But it's there. People love it. And it's just like so organic. So I don't know. I just think you need to recruit someone spicy onto your social media team and just let them go.
Yeah, I mean,
it seems to be the logic these days.
Just put someone edgy that you know, and everyone knows someone that's edgy to do it. The brand or the food brand Wendy's, I think they did this spoof with another person, and then someone said, "I can't believe Wendy's commented on my post," and then Wendy's then commented, "Wendy's nuts fit in your mouth." Now that wouldn't have passed in you go 10, 15 years ago. That would never have passed a marketing team. Yeah, let's respond to this one person, build traction. We're on the BBC website as Wendy's offended someone. People love this. People absolutely love this. So we'll probably do it. Who knows? You might see Stream Seed in one of your comments go, I try to think of anything witty.
He's built it all up. He's built it all up and he's got nothing.
Anyway, moving on. So we have
Outrageous.
And it's like, I'm usually quite quick with those kind of comments, but not anymore. I'm just seeing that. How do you say or mention something that won't get you banned, but enough to make the
Okay.
ha-has, you know?
Do you know what? That's your mission for the rest of the night. If you can find something that's cutting edge, but not enough to get us banned, and just riff it off on it.
I don't want to make that a risk because I know that will be a risk and I will fall for that trap. And then we're going to get a lovely little email that says, we're not going to give you a point to say that there's a restriction. You're just banned.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that. I won't do it. I won't do it. It won't
I
happen.
believe.
But we're going to still talk about the way that we resolve problems in this industry. Now, we all know, we've all preached about how marketing is a key play. Probably the play that you need to have in order to be consistent online with showing what it is you intend to show off to the world, whether you're an artist, you're a musician, you're playing games, just chatting, IRL. You need to market effectively. With what we already know to be problems in this industry, many things like consistency, where do we believe this app is going to come in and change people's perceptions of the industry for the better?
So I think when I think of what Tail does and what people currently do, yes, they post online, and yes, you can get lucky with odd posts and stuff, and you can blow up. That's always been a thing. But I think what we are trying to nail with Tail is consistency with marketing, and not just consistency, but effectiveness. And going, well, we're gonna market whatever it is you want to market effectively. So we'll take you and your persona, we'll use that as a base. We'll then add the campaigns that you want to get out into the world. It could be a product you're working with. It could be anything like that. But we want to combine your story with the story that you're trying to tell about a particular interest or product or event you're attending, and then just amplify it. And then say, right, well, we're going to get you consistent across your social medias, but not just consistent with one social media, but how all of them interact with each other to tell the best story possible. So it's about harnessing all of your socials and just maximizing your effort and just getting that message out in the world as effectively as possible. And that is it in a nutshell. Do you mean? And that's what Tail's going to do. But then Tail then can go a step further in the future, and because you've started to input some of your data and get some of your personality into the app, things like media kits and things become possible. So the future of Tail is unlimited when you think of marketing, because we're tackling campaigns. But marketing is not limited to just campaigns. There's, like I say, there's media kits, there's emails that you want to be sending to brands, there's all sorts of stuff that Tail becomes. It becomes a one-stop shop for creator marketing, in essence. And that's the future.
A one-stop shop for creator marketing. Now, again, as you said, limitless. No matter what it is that the creators look to have as a problem in their lives, the app can source something to solve that issue. Now, these are things, chat, that aren't going to be stuff that's going to be resolved overnight. As I said, if you have feedback, if you've seen things online, if you notice that there's something on a particular social website that you use, that you find fundamental to your work, let us know. Maybe these are things that could be streamlined for the betterment of your time. Again, we want to save you time. We know how hard this industry is. We know how hard it is to get a foot in over the competition. Let us help you achieve that goal. Because you probably will be paying about, is it £30 a month, the subscription fee?
What, for Tail?
Yeah, for Tail, yeah.
Oh, it'll be way cheaper than that.
About 28 quid?
Maybe 10 times cheaper than that.
Who knows? Listen, I'm trying to give you guys a little nugget in here, you know. So the tight-lipped boss won't give me much more than that, but it'll probably be between 0 and 30. Who knows where that will go? Atomic. Good evening. Well, welcome.
Evening. So I'm going to put my neck on the line here, right, and say that there'll be for the price of a sub, you'll have the power of digital marketing team in the palm of your hand.
As in, so I want to go into more detail on that. So do you mean a sub as in a Twitch sub, or do you mean a Subway? Oh, right, okay.
Because Subway's a little more expensive, so Twitch sub.
Okay. I was thinking, dog, you can't say that I can't get a chicken teriyaki footlong if I need to keep these data on my phone. That's going to...
You'll be buying a lot of chicken teriyakis with all the work you'll be doing on Tail and all the presents you'll have online.
I'm just thinking more so on the KFC fund that we've already raised so far. I haven't seen a single KFC from it.
No, you haven't. That KFC fund stands for unknown. I've got no idea. Drew a blank. It's gone. Let's move on.
Clip that, chat, because when it does happen, it's going to be oosh. I might even share. It is out. Atomic, how are you? Games Guru, I'm awfully sorry for the ad break. Again, we can't control these. I almost wish I could just turn the ads off, but we can't, unfortunately. Ba, ba, ba. Yes, I hope you didn't miss anything from that. What about Chinese, though? Let's not talk about that. I'm not talking about Chinese. I could kill for a Chinese tonight.
I'm just going to put it out there, right? We got TBC dropping, and there's a Chinese on my lips Saturday. It's already there. I can pretty much taste it.
Yeah, we're not together doing this, though.
No, but we can enjoy it through the waves, through online waves. I don't know where this is going. We can enjoy it together.
Through the online way. That's fine. Listen, I can share a chicken ball with another man. It's like a Lady in the Trap moment, but it won't be like so much of a long tease. It'll just be both men meeting. I don't know why I'm talking about this. Anyway, Tail again. Anything you guys see, anything that you guys believe that the app can benefit you as you will become users, you please let us know. Not bad playing the Fallout for Valentine's event. How are you both? I feel like I'm getting worse as the episode goes because I'm saying things I never usually say, like two men kissing over a chicken ball.
It's because I'm putting you off. I mean, to just cause havoc.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't have done this on my own, but I believe we're well. How's everyone in the chat? I would say I enjoy a really slow chat. I don't know what it is because it allows me to just talk to you, Leon. That was what I was going for there. Not an empty chat, but that's me. But with all we have surrounding Tail, all the things that we've shown, I can't even say leaked because we've already announced it. All the things that we've shown with Tail, we will probably look to hit events harder. I want to say from next year. This year has been a building phase for us all, really. A lot of our social platforms are now live. We even have a Tail-specific TikTok. Again, I'll put a link into the chat shortly. If you're not already involved with that, you certainly can be involved. And then StreamSeed will work separately to how we operate with normally Tail. So you're going to see all these things come together. And then Studio has an interesting change. We will have game show stuff for people like Atomic Moonchild, who has been heavily involved, that she wakes me up at 6 a.m. with a nice little call and she'll go, get up for the morning. Ooh, also, I'm eager to start work, which is flattering, but I also need my sleep. So Atomic, please delete my number. We also have M3012 and Ginger Viking, who are also getting involved with a lot of the content that we're going to be driving forward on our social medias. So don't forget to check all that out. They will be coming very, very soon. So thank you for your patience. Back to Tail. Now, this is just for my reasoning only. I know what we did with StreamSeed, its colouring, and what we had done with the brand pack for its overall look. Why purple for Tail? Why do we choose purple?
I'm trying to think what colours I went through. I think I went through a few different colours when we were designing the brand for Tail.
The first one was yellow.
Yeah, yellow was there. And yellow still exists, but as like a secondary colour now, not a primary. Whereas purple is the primary colour. We also experimented, I think, with blue, but then StreamSeed's blue, so we thought, well, we'll differentiate Tail completely and take it a different direction. I think we looked at green as well for like organic sort of growth and that sort of stuff. But I came back to purple because purple was, if you research purple or you Google purple and the meanings behind purple, purple is a sort of is used for intelligence. So Tail's got a lot of analytical stuff built in. The app itself is quite intelligent in the way that it builds campaigns. So we went down that road because it's like, what was it? It was like loyalty, structure, intelligence. It was all of these sort of robust words that I thought, well, actually, I think when you're painting the picture of a marketing campaign, you want it to be all these things. You don't want it to be, just a bit mental or whatever. You want it to be solid. So purple was what sold that for me. But then getting the right supporting colors, then the white just bounces off the purple. And then things like the yellow then was a way to add that punchy color. And I know when I've been working on the ambassador pack now, the yellow is something that I use in contrast with the purple for different sections because it really does hit different. And that's something we can get onto actually is the ambassador side, because I think there's a good conversation to be had there. But yeah, I think structure and just solidifying that we're out to do business was where the purple came from.
And I think, as you said, if we just sort of slightly move into the ambassadors, we have 6 champions. 8. I should know 8? That. I want to say there's 8.
6. But we have got staffers and 1 or 2 outliers in there as well. So we've got 6 creators. And then outside of the creators, then we've got some outsiders. So people who are not in the creative industry. And that's just to sort of challenge us and say, well, why have you done that, or what is that about? It's to give a completely fresh take, and then you've got some of the staffers involved then as well. So you've almost got our side, the creator side, and then some outliers to challenge us and give us a bit of a kick in when something doesn't quite make sense to the layman. So
And they've definitely given us a good old kick in. I think we meet. Is it once every month? We sort of come together. When we'll do this now until the app sort of becomes physical for people to sort of view. They'll get a little sneak peek on it before everyone else does. They'll get to sink their teeth into the app, and then they'll come to us to say, hey, you shouldn't be releasing this too early because X, Y, and Z will go wrong. I know already a couple of people in mind who will look to destroy everything that's been created and great on them, because that's exactly what they're there for. Atomic, sorry on the slow replies, just chatting with Bethesda to get something sorted. And then Moonbeard with an appropriate response, casually just dropping that name. Yeah. Well, listen, if it's a part of her success, we've got to be celebrating it. So, well done, Atomic Moonchild, for chatting to Bethesda. When is Elder Scrolls 6 coming out? That's all I care about. That's all I
question being asked.
Yeah. So I got TBC this week, and then hopefully when we get over TBC in the next 2 months, Elder Scrolls 6 will be released, and then I will quit my duties with Dreamseed and lose myself in a new version of Town Real forever. I'll just be yeah.
Just drop me a resignation when the time comes. It's all right. I know it means a lot to you, brother.
It means too much to me. I might even happen with Wrath of the Lich. We're going too personal down this rabbit hole. But yes, we have champions that we have with us that will hopefully give us a bit of a kick in, who I know will give us a fairly honest review on things that we look to create. And what I can't wait to do, actually, is almost get them all onto a stream. I don't know how I'm going to look to achieve that. When we did a 5-chaired COTDT many moons ago, and I've got the video, so I'll make sure we can put up some teasers. It was carnage. It was absolutely carnage. We were all on Gather, I believe it was, and then we had the individual pictures of everyone's webcams going live. It was absolutely bloody mental, but fun, all fun. Toward that in the end. So
what I loved about that, though, just to throw back to that, was when you had all the people there and you could see all of their cameras, but then you'd go, right, I'm just going to go and talk to so and so individually, and then you'd both walk off, and it'd just be the two of you. I just thought it was so good the way it was done. But
also, it was a VoIP, wasn't it?
So yeah. But I was gutted to find out a couple of weeks ago that they've shut shop. It's gone to.
Have they?
Yeah, I think when the world got back to normal, that sort of way of doing business sort of just fell apart for them. If you Google it, well, not Google it, you go to their website now, it just says domain for sale. You could buy it for $120,000 if you're up for it. But
well, I'm awfully sorry to break the news to you, Leon, but I think they've paid for their domain.
What? No, well, I gather.io.
No, gather.town.
Is it .town? I thought it was .io. Oh my god, it's in Nogon.
No, it's there.
Oh my god, it still exists. Oh, this is great news. This is great news.
They've done loads since. Wow.
Right, we're going to log off now, and I'll see you all on Gather.
We'll do a Gather after party. Atomic won. What did you win? You won a competition. Wow. What did you win? What was the care package? Oh, man. If you can get me a statue of Molag Bal, that's all I'm missing, and that'll be great. I don't expect you to talk to Bethesda about me, but drop me a line, Games Guru, always in with a welcome. Such a polite man. Oh, but I hope you're all doing well. But we talked about the timeline of when we're looking to get things released. We were talking about how Tale will eventually, toward the end of the year, have something physical. Let's talk on your personal stance on what you believe success will be. Now, not everything will be completed on the alpha. We all know that. We know there's going to be some issues that we'll call the right person to get involved, and they're going to be, right, this is how we get things solved. We'll close everything down. We'll restart it. Turn it off and on again. What would be, in the smallest dose, a successful launch to you in the closed alpha?
I think the closed alpha is only going to really be the focus group, and maybe one or two others that we bring in to give us a bit of a different perspective. So I think just having that online and having people being able to create their story and their campaign and just pin that together and see it map to a social, that'll be the win. And then for the closed beta, it's going to be that, but obviously with more people. So I think it's getting some feedback from the outer world. And like I said, we're not going to build Rome in a day with this, but we can just seeing people create that campaign, that multi-platform campaign, and just seeing it all spat out onto their calendars and things like that. I think is going to be ace. Just getting that first look at how this is mapped to them, because it'll all be personalized to them. So it's just seeing how each, like maybe you all go for the same campaign, but just seeing how each one is catered to being more of that person's personality than someone else. I just think that's going to be wicked.
So let's say app is released. We've had a successful closed alpha. We're now on iOS and Android. We're on all of the available app stores. We're entering 2027. What would be a dream number of users that you are ending 2027 on?
Dream number.
And there could be a dream. Now, while you're thinking of that, Ross is bald. Pass it on. Yes, I've taken the hit. I've shaved my head. Now, I don't know why. We're not going to get personal into it, but I will tell you this. I feel much better for it. Atomic Sunset Sarsaparilla drinks. I think they were, but never got sent. Issue with the distributor. They're sending you drinks. Are they alcoholic? That's all I need to know. But yes, a dream number of users that you would like to see end 2027.
Just whacked up my spreadsheet now. So I think end of 2027, I've mapped out around 20k, and that's heavy.
Now,
That's heavy.
That's just people who have the app, not so much paid or.
It's people who have the app.
Okay.
It's people who have the app. So you think about it, right? If we're launching a closed beta at the end of 2026, actually, let me jump back because that put us a year behind this. So end of 2027, around 7,000 people, because I was looking at it from the year previously then. So around 7,000. So that's people who physically downloaded the app. And don't get me wrong, I'd love to see more than that. But when I've crunched the numbers, I've gone, well, the UK creator market is X number. You break down the demographic, and we've got to a point of, I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but it's around 6-7 million content creators who fall into our bracket. And we're only looking at maybe 1% of them by the end of our first year, which is around 7,000. If we can nail that, that's just downloads. If we can nail that, then that'd be a massive win. That'd be a huge win. And we need our own big marketing campaign for that, which is why we've taken to TikTok with Tail. We're going to start channeling a lot of our content through there to help spread that awareness and get us closer to that number. But give me around 7,000 and that'll be enough for me.
But I don't think that's unrealistic. I think we had less expectations with, the first iteration of StreamSeed. And I believe when those emails were coming in, so-and-so has bought a subscription, so-and-so has bought... It was so humbling that there was a need for that service. But again, time killing it. That I don't believe that 7,000 isn't a bad number. I mean, I'd have gone 4,500. That's where I would set myself at.
It's exponential growth. So in the years that follow,
I'm an underachiever by nature. I'm bald, so I think us bald men. Actually, I can't say that because you just said 7,000. I've just put my foot in my own mouth. That's perfectly fine. We can get away with it.
Just take it out. You'll be fine.
Oh, the big feet to take out my mouth though. But chat, I'll always keep saying it. Let us know how you feel about the app. It's going to be coming to you soon. This year will fly. I can't even believe we're in February.
Don't. I'm not ready for that sort of news.
January just clicked.
Stopped looking at the calendar. I've just stopped looking at it.
I get to think. I'm only going now forward to knowing the days that I'm alive by the amount of Chineses I have in a week. So I might have one tomorrow because tomorrow is TBC. I might have one Friday because TBC.
Tomorrow's not TBC. Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Oh, tomorrow's work. Tomorrow's my last day of work. And then Thursday, Chinese. Oh, God. January was a long year. What a comment that is.
It's not a bad shout, though.
January was a long year. But yeah, chat, if you've got any questions about the app, now is probably the best opportunity to get them answered. No question off limits, unless it's not tail relevant, in which case you probably could get banned. So
the guys can't ask how many chicken balls you can fit in your mouth.
I've got the answer to that, but unless it's asked, I'm not.
You actually know the answer to that.
I know the answer to that.
Somebody in the chat asking that question.
So
it doesn't work from me.
It doesn't. Nothing works when it comes from you, except for those arms. Anyway, we set sail for something a little bit different. We want Tail to hit the world running hugely. at a successful point, I'm gonna
Hang
have
on,
to
sorry,
ignore.
we got a question in the chat. We got a question in the chat. I'm afraid.
So how many chicken balls could Ross Tissue fit in his mouth? Now, Leon, I'm gonna give you one guess, and I don't believe that you will believe the amount that I could fit into my mouth.
For a start, I can't believe this has happened. I'm gonna say. I want to say 3, right? Because they're quite big, but I'm gonna say 4. No, I'm gonna say 5. No, I'm gonna say 4. 4 stronger.
Nope.
Go on, tell me.
6.
6.
I can put
Chicken
6.
balls are like
You got to think, right?
decent.
I mean, depending on where you get them from, most of them just do batter. But when they start crunching down and that batter absorbs around that chicken, you can get a lot of things in your mouth.
Did you like crunch them before you put them in?
No. The
No,
mouth,
just went straight raw. Like
the mouth just took all of that spherical. It took it all. The mouth took it all. And like a hamster trying to grab the last piece of nuts, it was balls in the mouth. Oh god, I got to eat the VOD.
Where's it gone? Where's this gone?
I forgot what my question was. I forgot where I was going to go with that.
Delete the VOD. We're done. See you later. Cheers, guys.
Thanks for that. Leon, you won't believe how many balls I can fit in my mouth. Watch this, you stream season 2026.
Coined.
I hate that it's coined. I hate that's going to be a tattoo on someone's forehead to win a competition of free tail for a year. That'll happen at some point. Yeah, but we're not going to go down that avenue. So, what do we intend as a perfect example of us thinking hypothetically? Because I love thinking hypothetically. We know what Till will initially have to start, or what we would like at least to perceive for it to start with. The very basics for people to start getting on their journeys to making content. What would be a dream collaboration with Tail? Now, we know things like Gentle Opal, first time chatter. I didn't need the crying, laughing emojis, but thank you for that. I didn't need that. So things like Raid Shadow Legends. Now I know that's memed on, and that's a very much a blast from the past. But that is now almost involved in everything in some way. They got involved with Suzuki. What's a car manufacturer got to do with a game like Raid Shadow Legends? And they even went to things like the Super Bowl, not Super Bowl, the NFL, and getting and money. Yeah, I mean that primarily is it. But what would be the one thing that, if you linked to Tail, would be great success, as Borat might say?
I mean, for me personally, it'd be the Formula One, or League of Legends Worlds. That'd be quite a spicy sponsor. I'd love that.
Oh, could you imagine that? The official content communicative app. Oh, and they'll digitally have the teas on the curtains as they're now. Oh.
I'm just trying to think what that tagline would be, because you got like Stream Seeds, great marketing starts with incredible storytelling, or defeat discoverability with marketing. But how would that collab? Like, what would be the tagline for that collab?
I keep thinking of it as when you watch the UFC and they're doing their time rolls, and they'll go things like, so this segment is sponsored by Rolex. Get a great timepiece on your wrist. Or this segment is sponsored by Modelo. Get a crisp, refreshing Hispanic drink at the... I don't know. But they have those random tidbits in between. What would that be? What would Tails...
I don't know.
Give us a slogan, chat. If you were to see Tail on the big screen, it would have to constitute, hopefully, something relevant to Tail, but it'll be Tail, and then we're here for you because no one else is, and we're not that expensive. Yeah.
It's almost like, I don't know, I quite like the whole idea of like taking the fight to discoverability.
Taking the fight to... Oh, I love that.
Take the fight to discoverability with Tail. Create a digital marketing app. But a bit spicier than what I say.
I'm going to do some sound bites, and then hopefully when I start getting adverts rolling out on COTC, that's what it's going to be. This episode's be sponsored by Tail, and then there's going to be a picture of Leon's packs and, I don't know, some market grab. I don't know how we would look to go towards this. I don't know where this stream has gone.
You're the creative guy. You make it up. Make it up.
I've got
I don't know. I just live here.
I just live with the second screen. Storytelling begins with a tale to remember.
It begins with a tale to remember. It's almost like a Once Upon a Time, then, isn't it? Once Upon a Time with Tail. I feel like, because like the whole Tail brand, actually, that's quite an interesting story. Because I don't know if anyone's looked at the logo in any great depth, but there's a story behind the logo. So the T is a sword, because that's for like fairy tale storytelling. So that's where tale comes from. It's fairy tale, which is all built around storytelling. So the T is the sword, but then the L, then the exclamation mark, is for being loud, is to represent marketing. So the T is the story, and the exclamation is the marketing, and together you're telling your story. That's the whole point of the logo. Sorry, tried to get that out in the world.
No, and listen, you do you. But the next time,
I
let me
know.
let me get the question out first, so we can make this as a tidbit for TikTok. That'd be great. Don't just ruin.
Leon, where did the logo come from? Well, let me tell you.
Sorry, if I just do a clean cut here, I can get. So, Leon, where did the tail logo come from? And then I'll just add in.
I thought you were going to say.
What did I say?
I know. Oh, damn.
Let me go back in the digital archives, back in my mind. That's cheating. It isn't cheating, and you can't do anything about it. I don't know who you'd call, but call someone. Cry about it, nerd. But it's Leon. It's been an hour already.
Don't do me like that, right? Because I'd always forget how much fun I have when I come online and get chatting. So I don't, like I've said before, I don't do it often enough. And I do, when you get online, you start chatting, you lose an hour like no one's business. So yeah, don't do things like that to me, Ross.
No, but I mean, I suppose we should look to draw it in, really. We've spoken briefly about Tail, and of course, if you guys aren't already following on our socials, X, or everything, actually, I do have to announce that they're different. Everything that you find with Streamseed, Instagram, X, TikTok, it's Streamseed GG, but for all things exclusive to Tail, you're going to find that on TikTok at Tail_app. Hopefully, I might get a better end user name other than Tail_app, but until then, that's what it's going to be for now. If you do have any queries or questions, fire them over to us on the socials. Our DMs are always open. Make sure that it only goes to Mr. Slippers. I do respond in 17 working days. It's not something I'm looking to improve. I do get spammed a lot, and I refuse to be useful in that respect. MySpace, Bebo, AOL, I do know what the last one is. But yeah, we're on Bebo. If you love us, you are entered into a draw for a free subscription to Tail for 1 month. So yeah, that's also bebo.com/tail_app. You can also follow us there. But Leon, have you got any lasting words?
No, I think the only thing I'd want to finish on a little bit is just Tail's values. Because I just think, like we said earlier, like affordability is a massive thing in the industry. You can go and look to a mentor and they'll cost you a fortune. You can go to a marketing company and they'll cost you a fortune. But the whole point of Tail is to be affordable. And we are creator focused, and we are championing this tool and marketing for creators all around the world. So I think it's a journey that you guys get involved in. Like we've always said, we're super open minded. Whether the feedback's good or bad, it doesn't matter. Just get stuck in and work with us, because ultimately this tool and Tail as a whole is for you guys. So yeah, it's all yours, baby. It's all yours. And that's it. That's all I got. I'm gonna finish on that.
It's gonna. It's been such a weird journey, because I feel we took, as I said, the first iteration was something very sleek and easy for us to do. Again, the depth of knowledge we needed to curate that space didn't take a lot of time. It wasn't a great amount of difficulty. It was more so how much we wanted to produce that sort of led us on the back foot, which is why we brought more people on. But this new time he's spent, thanks Moonbeard, also train of thought, the app, it's something that I didn't believe could come this quickly and show so much promise. Because even to the people that we've met and shown on the ideas of what this is looking to become has been quite humbling, I find. And I think the best moment we had was Insomnia, when we did the creator interviews. It was the last Insomnia we attended. We set up all the cameras and you did nothing other than talk, which is what you normally do, and I do all the work. But we had genuinely some real great interest on our projects, which when creators come to you, we all know that most creators are bashful when it comes to being in those kinds of scenarios. So it's a thanks really to all of you. It's been quite humbling that you want to be involved in this journey, and as much as we can kick and scream and say, hey, get involved, being here is ultimately the best thing that we can ask for, because you're giving us the one thing that we know is the most valuable to you, which is time. So again, thank you again. but that'll probably be it. A humbling notice. I'm probably going to be going off to eat loads of food now, play a bit of World of Warcraft, then cry. And then I'm going to be offline for 4 days, so please don't come at me. But if, again, any questions, any queries, feedback, anything that you need, you can follow us on StreamCGG on all socials. Please DM us. You can DM me now. I'll allow you to DM me. Give us anything that you need to, please, because we will want to make sure that everything that you do happen to get will come to you first and foremost to you. Nom noms, you know I will come and annoy you. Don't. Let's just not do that.
Oh man, she's not meant. And just on that, don't forget to sign up to the closed beta if you haven't already. So I think Ross shared the link in the chat earlier, but we'll drop it again in a sec.
Yeah.
But you can scroll or you can click beta in the top, and it'll take you down, and you can sign up for the closed beta. And I think all we ask for is you create a name, the email, your primary content platform, just so we know who you are, and then the types of social media channels that you use, so we know what people are using as we're developing Tail. So, like I said, X, Instagram, and TikTok seem to be the top 3 at the moment. But there's things like Facebook, Snapchat, Threads, Blue Sky, all of that sort of stuff on there. So if you do use them, make sure you click it when you sign up, because that does inform us on our roadmap of social medias that we're going to tackle. So get started.
Do I need to sign up, or am I already in? No, you need to sign up. I don't think we haven't manually entered anyone into the sign-ups. The last thing we want to do is assume what it is that you want to put onto that sheet. I'll share it in my Discord for you too. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you very much.
But we're gonna leave it there. We're gonna do the old traditional wave and then look at the camera. Very, very silly. Not like that. Let's not look like that, please. Let's just loosen the face. Oh God, screenshot that. Legendary, you always come in when we're finishing. I don't know how you keep doing this. Hey, but that's it. That's it done for us. You will all find everything on our socials coming now over the next few months. And then hopefully the day that everyone's waiting for, which will be the open alpha, the closed alpha to our community champions, and then a date to when it all goes out to the world. You might see some snippets. I might leak some things, but you won't know it will be from me. So, as like a poet in the night, I will bid you all a good night. But Leon, give the give the camera a wave. Don't cover your face, Leon. You've got to wave.
Okay, I'm doing it.
Thanks,
It was
chat.
just you.
It's been great, chat.
See you later.